Hey everyone, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a while. It's been a few weeks, maybe even a couple months since I've been posting often on social media. So I'm back. I wanted to update my fans, friends, family, subscribers, followers from all over the planet and maybe beyond, who knows. But here at the end of a long day, I got lucky. This is the first day in a few weeks that I've finished my work before sunset. More or less here it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. I'm usually finishing just as the sun's disappearing and the darkness is setting in, so it's very difficult to record videos and do updates and stuff, but there's a reason. A lot of projects that I've been working on over the past several years that you've been seeing on my YouTube channel and probably my Facebook groups as well are coming to a close now in a good way. They're finally being completed, or I should say I'm finally completing a lot of these projects, and I can start to operate them as businesses and also expand what I'm doing, and that's what this video is about today. So thank you for tuning back in. More info in just a moment. So first and foremost, I have planted up 100% of my property with all the fruit trees that are going to be planted here forever. So at this point, what I'm doing now is any clones or any babies that are growing from seed, I'm putting in bags because they're going to be sold at the fruit tree nursery, or in Spanish, vivero, that I'm opening here at the Jungle Temple, which is officially open this weekend, I would say, but I am accepting appointments and reservations only. I'm not open to the public, so if somebody reaches out to me through the website, through Facebook, through Instagram, even through YouTube, we can set up an appointment. Find my WhatsApp number, I will provide it for you in a direct message, and you can set up an appointment to come visit. I sell fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs. I sell the trees that grow them all, the plants that grow them all. I have seeds that grow them all too, so you can cultivate them from any level of progress that you want for your own property. Now, that is very exciting because it's taken me over 4 years to cultivate this property, which was essentially, when I got here, just open grass. It was just destroyed soil, no trees growing other than a few big mango trees, some water apple and coconuts, basically. And I've planted hundreds of varieties, maybe at this point thousands of actual trees on this 2.5, 3 acre property I have. It's about 1 hectare, if you know hectares. So I'm super excited, super happy, super grateful, and I've actually begun already accepting private clients, and I've begun to generate income here through the vivero, which is really nice and exciting. On top of that, I've begun selling fruits and some of the herbs that I grow here, and I have really substantial, I should say at this point, barter situations going on. Just for an example, I harvested a guanabana today, a giant guanabana, and I've eaten many recently, and I have some stored in my freezer still. So I walked it over to my neighbor's house, of whom, I have this great deal with, where I'll bring fruits to them every once in a while, whether it's oranges or limes or water apples or coconuts, guanabana, things like this. And he will come back probably tomorrow or some point this weekend with like a gallon of farm fresh milk, or fresh harvested milk from his cows, and maybe a block of cheese as well. Sometimes he'll give me eggs when he has eggs. So it's a really incredible, nearly unbelievable, per definition of the word incredible, situation that I've cultivated here. And that's just one of the situations. So I have people coming from all over Parita that are doing these barter situations with me now, and it's really, really fulfilling and rewarding, because every time somebody comes and they hands me something, I'm just checking off in my mind how much less I'll have to pay for those things in town this month. And if I can perpetuate this and automate it in a sense that it happens every month of my life. I was actually having a conversation with my dogs the other day while I was feeding them ripe bananas and ripe plantains, and they were so excited. And I was looking at them and I said, guys, like, for the rest of your lives, you get free food like this. We get free food. and it's very exciting. Like, for example, this morning I made patacones, I made eggs, both of which I got for free. One from my property, the other from my neighbors. Uh, yeah, just, I mean, almost everything I'm eating now is coming from the property, whether it's the coconut meat that you've seen in other videos, guanabana. I'm actually growing rice now, I'm growing beans, I'm growing corn. I grow at this point everything that I personally choose to eat. And then if I don't grow it here, I can make it. So I've been making my own bread. I've been making my own banana bread recently because I have an abundance of bananas now. So as they're ripening and going bad, because I can't eat hundreds of bananas myself, my dogs can't even eat that many. So I'm making at least 2 trays of banana bread every week for the past month and a half, which is delicious if you've ever had banana bread. And yeah, I just wanted to update you. There's so much going on. Let me just lift this camera up. You can see the fountain is actually growing dragon fruit because I don't use it for a water fountain right now because it's just me here. I don't need a water feature. So that's growing dragon fruit. And then we have cacao on one side, coconut behind it, another cacao on the other side. As I'm just doing a rotation, I've actually taken down, there used to be a roof here, and I've taken it down, and that wooden bar now is going to be hanging all the fruits that I'm going to be selling at the fruit store, the fruteria as we call it here. This is a guava tree. As I continue to turn, this one's pomegranate. You'll just see some flowers intermingled. Where are we going? Another flower. This is the guanabana that's been producing a lot, so you could probably see some fruits back there. There's about a dozen and a half now, maybe 15 or so on there. It's my house. Goji berries. This is actually my first dog Hercules' resting place and grave site. If you knew Hercules, this is where he is, and he grows beautiful flowers now. You can see some starter pots, some things I'm bagging. I've got some goji. This is a tall goji berry tree, and then I've done some clippings here in these bags, and that's all different goji berries growing. This is an acerola cherry, and as we rotate back around, you can see the cacao again. So lots of good and exciting things happening here at the Jungle Temple. My boy Astro's here to say hi. This is my puppy. He was born here on this property next door with my neighbor Pablo. And he's a super big boy, and he's our leader, right? You're the alpha. He's the one that sets the behavioral tone for everybody else. And he's a big sweetie. And he's a big boy now. He used to fit in my hand, the palm of my hand when I first got him. And now look at this big boy. But as you can see, he's a big snuggle. He is such a good guy, and he's been our leader, teaching Buddy all the ways of the Jungle Temple. My boy Astro Monkey, anybody that's visited knows he likes to go by the name Monkey, right? You're the monkey. Can I get a hug? Can I get a... Stand up. Show how you can hug. Come on. Come on. No, you're being too cool for school. High five. Give me a high five. He's too cool. Anyway, I just wanted to update you a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple more updates on this video. I just wanted to be suspenseful and hold back just a moment. I'm gonna take a walk in just a minute. You're gonna see it. But the chicken coop video that I started working on, like, oh my God, 6 months ago, where I had a friend, acquaintance helping me out. Relationships falter, right? The guy kind of let me down. He said he was going to come back and finish, never came back. Every time we would be in contact after that, he would say some nasty, sarcastic stuff, and I would confront him about it, like, hey man, these are not things friends say to each other, what's going on? Long story short, it's nobody's business, but he's dealing with some personal stuff and was projecting it onto me. We had a couple deep conversations. Gratefully, I received apologies, but there was really no accountability. We had a lot of dynamics in the friendship, but one of them was he was helping me with the chicken coop, and I was going to give him free eggs for the rest of his life in return for the help, but that's kind of stopped. So in the past month, I finished the chicken coop. Right now, it's like 95%, 98% finished, I would say. You're going to see that in a moment. The only thing that I need to do is tighten up the doors a little bit, which is going to take me 10 minutes. And then get the chickens. So the final 2 steps is solidify the doors so that they don't have any intruders in there that threaten their well-being and that they can't escape at night and stuff, and then start populating it with chickens. So I'm gonna probably get maybe 10 chickens a week or every 2 weeks, let them grow a little bit, get comfortable so I don't overwhelm myself. And then I would probably like to have about 40 to 50 chickens total. And if you know anything about raising chickens, a chicken usually, when they're laying their eggs, they usually lay 1 egg per day. Now think about that. If I have 50 chickens in their egg-laying phase, I'll have 50 eggs per day, 4 dozen eggs per day. Now it's March 2025. Google search, March 2025, how much do eggs cost in the United States specifically? And then think about how many 4 dozen eggs would cost per day if you had to buy them. Now I'm going to be getting those for free, and I'm going to be eating them, feeding my dogs with them, bartering with neighbors, but also selling them. That's part of my business that I'm going to be running here, is selling foods. Obviously, I'm doing it already. Why not sell fresh eggs? And on top of that, I am the only person in this neighborhood that will be selling eggs specifically. So there's about 60, 70 houses in Vasconia, all of whom can now source their eggs from me in walking distance or bike riding distance, and they don't have to go to town anymore. So for me, it's a great opportunity to provide self-sufficiency for myself, my family, to increase my barter value to my neighborhood, and at the same time I can start to generate really good money in 2025 from selling eggs. So that said, take a walk with me and let's go over and check it out. All right, we've got a beautiful sunset coming in here. Probably see more when we head back, but as we're walking to where the chicken coop is, this is a caviar lime tree that's flowering right now. I don't know if there's any fruits, but this past month we've had several fruits, and these are delicious. If you've never had a caviar lime, I don't see any fruits right now, so maybe soon, but caviar limes are unbelievably delicious. A nice little corner of flowers that I've got going on, so I'm trying to fill up all my corners of these walkways with as many color variations as possible. So even down here along the walkway, these are all different variations of flowers, different colors. You can see got a few chili pepper plants growing up in here. Citrus, I'm not sure what this is actually, if that's an orange, a lime, or a grapefruit. We're gonna find out in a couple years probably. Avocado, a little baby pomegranate coming in. This is acerola cherry right next to the tennis court. Plantains. And then, like I said, along the walkways, I'm just trying to fill it up with as many variations of flowers as possible. This is an avocado that's been growing well. This is a little kind of private walkway of mine that takes me to the soon commercial entrance and restaurant entrance. This will either be a small home or this will become the retail store once I separate from, my residential side to the commercial side here. This will probably be the Super Mario, I might call it, after my late father, and the obvious pop culture reference. Don't sue me, Nintendo. So this will be the entrance. Right now I have it closed up just so the cows and stuff don't get in here, but at some point this will be a gate. I'm gonna have a nice teak gate built that can swing open when people come in and visit, and then I've been lining the sides with all different flowers, and we've got some different plantains and bananas here. As we cycle around, you see the restaurant, which again is in construction, but almost done. A star fruit, some bananas along this line of the court. I have a bunch of chili peppers just because I love cultivating chili peppers. And here we go. So this is the chicken coop. This saran is like a screen. I've actually done 3 layers of that. I wanted to be sure that nothing could get in and out, because I don't want the chickens being, threatened or anything like that, but also to feel very safe. This is not like the clear screen, so nothing can even see that there's chickens in there, which is nice. On top of that, I got a little nervous. So let's say on the contrary side of the use of this, I thought this might not have permeability for air to come in and out, but I have been in here in the middle of the day when the sun's beating down, and it's absolutely fine heat-wise, so they're going to be fine. And as you can see, I have these doors that are starting to be installed. These are old closet doors that I've repurposed, and I'm just going to add another one here. So let me reverse the camera and you can see kind of in. Okay, so here's the other angle facing me. So as you can see, you know, you can see through it a little bit, but it's not going to allow any animals in and out, which is nice. And then here's the doors. So these are going to be one, and then I'll have another one that opens up here. And then you can see there's a little breezeway. I'm going to build a little bench here so I can just kind of sit down and do what I need to do. And then that's going to be the restaurant behind me, the kitchen. So easy access to get the food here. And as we continue, I push this other door open, step my way into the full chicken coop. And as you can see, it's fully closed in now. All four sides. On the bottom, I have that metal structure, so it's really secure, really strong. And then, you know, from 1 meter up, we have the saran, and that's all the way up to the ceiling, all the way, every side is closed in. So I finished this all myself, and like I said, I did 3 layers of it, so it's nice and secure and solid, nothing coming in and out. And now the fun parts, right? The creative aspects. So you'll see there's all these zones, these areas. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now. These are the chicken, the egg laying stations, I should say, right? So we'll just put a little bit of hay in there, straw, and the chickens will find their way up there. I'll probably do like a little stepped up ledge thing, and they'll come, they'll lay the eggs, and then in a moment, I'm gonna go on the outside and show you how I open those. But if you wanna see a little preview from inside, I've got these all screwed in with hinges, and they open up, so I don't even have to come in here every day. I'll just walk on the outside, open them up, takes the eggs out, close them back down, and tomorrow I'll come back for more. And something else I created and improvised. Now that was not my idea. This is typical for, you know, chicken coops. But what I did was created kind of a obstacle course and safety entrance for the chickens so that Jasmine, my killer dog, does not follow them. Snakes can't necessarily get in so easily, and other predators can't get in necessarily. So this is my experimental entryway and exit hatch for the chickens. We'll see if it works. I may have to modify this in the future. If anybody has some good advice whether this is going to work or not, if you have experience with chickens, let me know. Otherwise, I think I came up with a pretty good idea here, like a fun tunnel, right? So they have this ramp, which I might actually do some steps. I might screw some steps in there so they can, you know, navigate it a little easier, but it's not too high of an angle, maybe a 25-degree, 30-degree angle. And I have this screwed in to what was once a sink frame, and I took the sink off, and now it's just the metal, or I should say the wood part. And what I did was I actually put like a chicken wire screen in here in a circle or a cylinder, and I created this like tunnel, and I surrounded it with saran so it's secured. Tunnel all the way to outside so they can navigate themselves in and out. Hopefully this doesn't allow, you know, boa constrictors in and stuff like that, which it may very well do, but I can also close this from the outside. I can put a little door at the end of the day, and they could just be letting themselves in and out of this little tunnel, running on the chicken wire up and down. Let me know what you think of that. If it's a creative idea, I just was repurposing things that were otherwise garbage, trash, and I thought that was a fantastic little thing. I just would need to probably close it up at the end of the day so that, you know, the nighttime predators don't crawl their way in here, but not a tough solution. I'll just put another one of those pieces of metal as like a door hatch close on the other side, on the outside. And that said, now I am navigating the outside. So here we go. So this is the side by the tennis court. You'll see the guest cabin, which again is almost done. And then here we are for those hinges, or doors, I should say. Now here I use, these are repurposed doors that were on that sink, that wooden sink that I took apart, that I dismantled. So one of these was from there. Others were from other old equipment that I had, just old kitchen equipment and stuff that was garbage. Like, you know, I was going to throw out. We've been renovating the restaurant. So like there was a lot of old wood in there that was supporting the old sink and things like that. So I've torn all that out, but many of them had doors. So I saved the doors. Some of the hinges still worked actually. Some of the hinges were rotted away. So I went and bought newer ones that look like this, like really nice modern ones, high quality. And then we put them on here. So these two are not fully attached yet, but these guys are. And you could see, even using the original hinges, easy open, easy close. It's solid, secure under here, so nothing's gonna get in and out. And every day I'll just come over, prop it up, reach in, grab my egg. Ooh, I got an egg, cool. Put it in my little basket, and then go clean it off and have eggs for the day. So this is exciting, and I'm just seeing this. There is already something that's utilizing this to lay eggs, ironically, as if it knew. And if anybody knows what type of egg that is, please let me know. It's cute, right? So on the outside here, this is that little tunnel way. I've also cut out one of these pieces of metal that we use for roofing here. And I cut out a little doorway so that they can let themselves in and out. And like I said, at the end of the day, just to protect them, I could just slide another piece of the metal in here and close that off, and nothing will be able to get in there at nighttime, so they can stay safe. So yeah, this is my little setup, my little improvised, not little, giant chicken coop that hopefully will have 3 to 4 dozen chickens in it within a few months and start producing a ton of eggs. And then just to give you a little loop around, so there's the guest cabin. We've got a guava tree, avocado, I can't even navigate my finger. Avocado trees, banana trees. Yeah, here's the avocado. There's all bananas and plantains, and I have other cacao, avocado, lime trees circulating around there because at some point we're gonna have other guest cabins built there. And yeah, another ice cream banana next to me, some motorcyclists riding that way, and then this is the restaurant. So I'm actually not going to show you that, and that's why I have these were my murals from the gym. I keep those there because I don't want anybody seeing the renovations. Yeah, I'm keeping it a little bit of a secret, but I'll show you just the border. Trying to be mysterious because I've planted along the line here a ton of daylilies. So they're going to provide, a lot of beauty along the side of the restaurant where people are sitting, but also daylilies create nice fresh air. So we'll have people respirating high quality NO2. There's the restaurant. Okay, so just walking back to the house now. Thank you guys for tuning in. As I'm walking, I want to tell you 2 very exciting things that you're going to start seeing much more of in the future. They are long-term partnerships that I've been cultivating with friends who also have really high-quality businesses around here. One of whom is a Parita guy native named Sergio, who just graduated university in agriculture, and he specializes in setting up beehives for businesses and people's home systems so that you can produce, or they can produce, or whomever is watching this that might want to reach out to Sergio at HumanBeeCR, and I'll put his Instagram link in the description below so that you can reach out to him. He will come to your house, do a site evaluation for $100, and also give you an entire inventory of what you will need to get your bee system started so that you can start producing your own honey, bee pollen, honeycomb, royal jelly, and any byproducts that you might create from honey. And of course, the bees are going to come in and pollinate all of your fruit trees and flowers and vegetables and just make your farm, agriculture system, agroforest, or home garden flourish in ways that you never imagined. So please reach out to Sergio. My job with his company is to be a really good friend and use all of my business experience to help him with digital marketing, with business planning, with scaling, and also he is going to do an internship very soon in studying how to set up proper greenhouses, like professional commercial style greenhouses. So he's going to add that to his repertoire as well very soon. So if you are interested and you are watching my video and you live in Costa Rica and you want to incorporate beehives into your property, contact Sergio at Human Bee, link in description. And also maybe a year from now, after he finishes this serious internship, he will also be able to come and set you up a commercial quality grade scaled greenhouse, so that not only can you produce all of your own vegetables and crops year round, but you can also start to parlay that into a business and sales. And on top of that, and this is something you will discuss with him, he will help you with your retail integration. So he will actually contribute as kind of like your wholesale manager for the honey, maybe even for the vegetables and produce, in setting up connections with a lot of local markets and making sure that you are profiting not only spiritually and existentially, but financially and in a lucrative way, that, you know, what you're producing doesn't go to waste, that everything gets utilized or everything gets funneled to a restaurant or delivered to a farm market, and then you start reaping profits from it, and in a nice partnership with him. Secondly, I don't want to say secondly because they're both equally as important in the scale of reality, especially for me in the development of the Jungle Temple, of which I am very grateful for the universe and God sending these connections. I linked up with one of the directors and founders of the Mauser Foundation, which is an artist residency and collective, also in Parita and a few mountains away, actually. As we're looking at the sunset, they are in that direction, maybe, I don't know, 7-8 kilometers directly, but we have to go down to the highway and loop up and then go back up their mountain. But once flying vehicles, what do they call those? Personal flying vehicles like the Jetson 1, or, you know, human supported drones start being able to fly, we'll get one of those and I'll just be flying back and forth to them, mountain to mountain. But anyway, the Mauser residency, or the Mauser Foundation, and the art residency they do is a spectacular thing. I actually learned about them a few years ago. One of the other directors became a friend. She's now back in the United States, but recently Heather, my new great friend and one of the directors of Mauser, reached out to me, and we started connecting, bartering, linking up. So we've been doing a lot of trading with plants. What I don't have, she's been bringing here, and what she doesn't have there, I've been bringing there, and we've been doing these trades to populate each of our food forests to be as abundant as possible. So that jackfruit video you just saw, maybe a few weeks ago, I posted one, My Life as an Agroforester. Those jackfruit came from her, and I shouted them out in that, but they're all flourishing and they're doing great right now. So thank you again, Heather at Mauser. But I just want to tell you a little bit more about the Mauser connection, because they also have a location and a space that they're developing in Estorrillos, which is one of the beaches here in Parita. We are going to be collaborating in selling the vivero items in Estorrillos, and also the fruteria items, so like the fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs, honey, other byproducts that are created, like soaps and candles and things like that from all of the products that we have here. Something we're very excited about is we both grow loofah now. They grow a lot of loofah up there, and she's given me seeds and plants to grow here, and we're going to grow it in abundance. So we're going to be selling natural sponges. We're also going to incorporate the loofah material when it's dried out into homemade artisanal soaps that we make here on the property with like the coconut oil and things like that. And then that's a natural exfoliant using the loofah in soaps itself. So just brainstorming a lot of these ideas, we're taking what was just an agroforest and scaling it into a multi-locational, integrated multi-corporation, or because they're a nonprofit, let's say multi-legal entity collaboration, in which it's allowing each of our businesses, both Human Bee, Mauser, and the Jungle Temple, to scale up significantly by working together. And it's super exciting. So I just wanted to update everybody. That's what's been going on lately. So I've literally had, I don't know, maybe a dozen meetings with Sergio over the past month and a half, and also, you know, setting him up with new clients, connections that I've had for a couple of years in Uvita, Dominical, Parita, Hermosa, Jaco, Esterios, all these areas, to get him set up with clients for beehives, and also helping him, you know, kind of figure out his business management stuff, because he's a young guy. I think he's only 24, just out of university. I have a lot of business experience in many industries, so I've literally just been like sending him tons of messages and having meetings with him, and he comes with a notebook and just writes down it all, and he's getting his whole life and business on track, and it's fantastic to be a part of it, because he's got a great business, and the world needs more of that, you know, beehives and producing pollination and doing the right thing. So I'm super excited to help him. And if you guys see this video, please check out his Instagram link and subscribe, follow, and soon you'll be seeing him on the YouTube videos as we're actually setting up beehive systems. So when that happens, that's going to be featured on the Jungle Temple pages. It's going to be featured on my Tobin Osuski pages, and I'm also going to help him create his own YouTube for a human bee, because the world needs to see what he's doing. He does really great work, and he's going to have a ton of clients soon all around Costa Rica. So it's going to be super dynamic and exciting to see the work that he does in the coming years. Same thing with the Mauser residency or foundation. I'm going to be helping them develop their YouTube a lot more, because they're doing a lot of exciting things, not only just with the food forest, but with all the artists. They do murals in many different towns. They're doing in that site in Esterios, they're going to be building an art gallery. They're going to be building a retreat center, a retail store, amongst other things. And I am excited to help them with that, but also to help them develop their digital presence, because they have some of the world's most talented painters and sculptors and creators come to their residency. And it would be really exciting to show everybody what type of consciousness finds its way to Costa Rica. It's not only hippies, it's not only gentrifiers, it's not only spiritual gurus or fitness people or celebrities. There's like really genuinely talented, kind-hearted, altruistic people coming here, but that have tons of talents. And I'm not saying any of those other people that I aforementioned are not altruistic or kind-hearted, but it seems like a lot of people are coming to Costa Rica to like take advantage of certain socioeconomic situations or escaping other ones from their home country, and not necessarily acknowledging the grace and the goodness of what Costa Rica provides. So I love the Mauser and support the Mauser Foundation so much, because the directors, however many there may be here at the time, or if they're operating remotely, have the intention to integrate or educate their artists in the residency on true Costa Rican culture, and taking them on tours of Manuel Antonio National Park to see all the animals and the biodiversity, or going to a cacao farm to see how the chocolate is made, and to do a cacao ceremony with somebody that's been in the cacao business for hundreds of years and multiple generations in their family, and to go visit the indigenous tribes or learn natural building techniques. And they're doing all the right stuff. So I really love supporting businesses that do things like this in Costa Rica, because they're not planting themselves in Costa Rica to take advantage of anything. They're actually integrating people from North America and Europe into the Costa Rican culture by introducing them to Costa Ricans, the proper, local food that's here, the community, the language, the culture, and bringing them to these places. So they're not just coming here to create art, but they're being truly introduced to the culture holistically, we should say. That would be an appropriate word to use here. And Mauser's doing a great job with that. So I'm super excited in the future to be showing you more interactions and integrations with them up at their beautiful location, going on adventures with them. Heather and I working together when her brother comes, to be working with him, when our other friend and their other director Kayla's back, to be working with them together, and to seeing how these things evolve in conjunction over the coming years and decades, let's say, because this ain't going to end anytime soon. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. I'm going to put in the description below information so you can find on Instagram for now until they have YouTube channels. Human Bee and my friend Sergio, and the Mauser Foundation and my friend Heather, two of the newest partners of my own, and also the Jungle Temple, more importantly. So lots of good things going on. Thank you guys for tuning in to this update. I will be showing you a lot more coming soon with what's going on in our partnership with Mauser. I'm actually going to film tomorrow. They're doing an art presentation and an art instruction at one of the local schools in Estoril with all of the artists. So they're actually all in Estoril tonight. I'm going early tomorrow morning, and I'm going to film it for them so that they can get some, content up on their YouTube channels and their social media in respect to those ventures. And then we're going to be doing a lot more soon. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for your patience, and I look forward to posting a lot more updates with chickens running around that chicken coop, harvesting eggs, harvesting a lot more fruits here, selling fruits and trees. If customers are cool with me filming them in the future, when people come, we're going to start filming that content so you guys can see I'm actually doing this and it's actually providing itself fruitful at this point and lucrative, because it's good money. I'm not going to lie, like, this is perpetuating money, which is really awesome. Like, I did 3-4 years of hardcore effort on this stuff, and now it's done. The next 10-20 years, I literally just go harvest food. I'm already coming up with a plan for my 12-year-old neighbor to make some, decent money, cash, to just go harvest food for me and cut flowers and put together bouquets and stuff. And I'm gonna teach him business because he grew up in agriculture. He grew up with his family, milking cows and making cheese and stuff, but I'm going to teach him the green side of everything so that he can have his own business one day once he turns 18, and he could just get a jump start on everybody. So we've been having those conversations with his father recently, and I keep asking him when I see him, I was like, you like money? I was like, you like money? You want to make some money? I was like, I got some jobs for you when you're ready to work hard. But it's funny because at the age he's at, his father came over. We had a deep, friendly conversation the other day. And one day, Jeremy, you're going to see this and you're going to laugh at this. But he's like, Toby, I don't know what to do. The father, he goes, he's at this age where he needs to start contributing to things in the house, like cleaning and doing the dishes. But he won't. He just wants to like sit around and watch TV all day. And I said, send him over to work with me. I was like, I'm going to make him work so hard over here that he'll be so grateful to just wash dishes and clean, the floors and the bathrooms and stuff for you. So we're starting to figure out his first job, and he's going to be my little garden assistant here and vivero assistant, hopefully, in the coming years, and help me a lot with harvesting and selling and things like that. And but yeah, everything's going well. I just noticed I hadn't posted anything for a while. I've been working, sunrise to sunset every day. And by the time I finish, it is too late to record one of these videos, or it's too dark, or I'm just too tired. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of good stuff. We got passion fruit growing. So I'm creating a little archway here. Passion fruit's gonna come up, passion fruit's gonna come up, and it's gonna meet and create an archway that we can just kind of walk through to go to the rest of the garden. So that's all I got for you today. One more time, to be a little repetitive, please support Human Bee, my friend Sergio, and the Mauser Foundation. Many friends there, but specifically Heather, one of the directors. She's a fantastic person. If you happen to be an artist and you're watching this, go to their website and apply for the residency. Maybe you'll be here working with us and integrating with us. So anyway, guys, I love you all genuinely. Thank you for tuning in, supporting. I'm super excited. It's the little things in life that are very important. I'm not Mr. Beast with 700 million subscribers, but I'm really, really, really super grateful that over 10 years of doing YouTube, I've cultivated and garnered 1,200 subscribers officially. And I can't tell you how excited I am. I really mean it. Like, I noticed it this past week and I was like dancing in my house. It's the little things, because that just means there's 1,200 people that are watching and interested in the things that I'm doing here, which I feel are truly valuable for the world and for future generations. So thank you. all 1,200 of you, every single one of you, I'm super grateful for you. And maybe one day someone like Mr. Beast will subscribe to my channel or stumble across it and want to support our project here and help us scale significantly. So Jimmy, if you happen to see this or anybody that knows him, please reach out to me. It would be such an honor to work with you guys. We have a lot of principles in common. I grow chocolate or cacao. You have a chocolate company. We can link up. I know it. We can make something magical happen. So gosh, guys, that would be the best thing that could happen, right? The biggest YouTuber in the world somehow finds out about my channel and what we're doing with Human Bee, the Jungle Temple, the Mauser Foundation. The world needs to know about this stuff. So if anybody out there that's watching this can share it on their social networks, please do. I'm very grateful for that. And also tag Mr. Beast or other influencers that they have something to do with the agriculture field in some way, somehow, or, you know, philanthropy or helping improve, you know, the culture of planet Earth, because we're doing the right stuff here, man. I'm telling you, like, the life I was able to live in New Jersey, we just couldn't accomplish a lifestyle like this. So I'm super grateful to God and the universe for guiding me here and allowing this to manifest for my legacy and my destiny. And if anybody's interested in doing something like this, I'm telling you, take the leap, no matter how scary it is. No matter whether you feel ready for it or not, you will learn once you're in it. And if you fail, you tried. You won't be on your deathbed one day as an old withered person thinking, oh, I should have tried that thing. You could say, I did it. And either I succeeded or it didn't work out and I went and tried something else. But if you have a dream and you have a goal, don't think about all the logistics of it. Don't think about how difficult it might be. Just go do it and figure it out. Be flexible to learning and changing. And as long as you keep an open mind and you're not stubborn in your thinking and you're open to thinking, I have to learn something every day or I'm going to learn something every day, you will succeed. I absolutely promise you. I don't have the vision of how much money I'm going to be making 5 years from now, 10 years from now in this. I didn't have a vision when I moved here about how much money I was going to be making, but nonetheless, I'm still making money. So that was the least important part of it. It's about having passion and courage and following both of those things to the extent of your ability. And that money will be there. That treasure on the other side of the rainbow will be there for you, I promise. The universe has always provided, even when I've woken up and had months where I'm like, how am I going to do anything and pay my bills and stuff? Opportunities arise and they show up. So lots of good things coming soon. I promise you guys, I'm going to start posting more and you're going to see a lot of updates very soon. Not only with all the things I just mentioned, but there's a few other things going on that I didn't mention that are very exciting as well. So stay tuned and I will see you again soon. Pura vida.